Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Above Average. Today, I have a very exciting guest. I have Niki Metz, the founder of NEOS Atelier, and we're going to talk all things beauty, anti-aging, skin, brows, and more. Thank you so much for being here, Niki. It's so great to have you today.
Thank you. I'm so excited. It's so awesome to meet you.
Yeah, she drove all the way down from Westlake Village, which is where you just opened, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I want to know, let's start from the beginning. I want to know, because obviously you didn't just wake up one day and open NEOS, which I want to get all into that. But first I want to know, where did this start? The beauty industry? Was it brows? Was it makeup? Like, what got you into this industry?
That's a big one. Okay, so makeup.
Makeup was the start.
Yes, 25 years ago.
Okay.
So I started working behind a counter. My sisters were makeup artists, and I think I was like 20, 21. And back then, it was working at a makeup counter was like the it thing to do. And I worked for a small brand. It was called Stila Cosmetics.
I remember Stila.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
Yeah, Janine LaBelle was the founder. She was amazing. And it was a small brand. And they had those cute little pots.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like almost like recycled little pots. And they had their little shimmer eyeshadows.
I was going to say, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of remember Stila being like the original, like, cool girl, like anti-Mac. Like, you weren't super glam. You were more like natural cool girl with Stila, right?
Yes. It was like the glow.
The glow. Yes.
It was
like the
glow.
natural glow. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I worked for them. I was trained by Janine LaBelle. I remember coming to LA and doing like a course with her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm meeting this celebrity makeup artist. It was absolutely amazing. So that was like my first makeup experience. I was working like behind the counter at like Nordstrom Santa Barbara.
Oh, okay.
And I was like maybe 21 years old.
Yeah.
And my parents had just separated, and both my sisters were living in Orange County.
Okay.
And they're both working in cosmetics. And they're like, you know what, just come down to Orange County.
At Nordstrom too?
It was a Nordstrom that just opened up here in Mission Viejo. They had just redone this whole Mission Viejo mall. It was like a Saks Fifth Avenue.
I worked there.
Oh my God, you did?
I worked at Nordstrom South Coast Plaza, and I worked at Nordstrom
I worked
Mission
at
Viejo.
Nordstrom South Coast Plaza too.
I love it. I love meeting a fellow Nordstrom gal, because people don't get it. It's like kind of intense. I mean, it's not anymore, but it was kind of intense.
Oh yeah.
Like, they're on you.
Oh yeah. You had
like, you had to perform.
Yep.
Anyways, okay. So this is like a different breed. A person is a Nordstrom person. Not now. I feel like they got a little, like, kind of slack little. But back in the day.
Oh my gosh. I remember my sister calls me and she's like, Niki, you need to come down to Orange County. There's a new brand that just launched. It's like the it brand. It's called NEOS Cosmetics.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh my gosh. She goes, I know the account executive. So I got an interview with him. He's like, I would love for you to be like the resident artist / counter manager. I was like 22 years old. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
At Nordstrom?
Yes.
For NARS?
Yes, down in Mission Viejo.
Okay.
So I ended up working there. And I think within 6 months, I loved obviously doing makeup. And he said, you know what? We're starting a national makeup artist team.
Okay.
So every state had their own national artists. So I was picked to be one of the national artists for California. It was me and my friend Uzo. So we were the national artists for California. What we would do is all the national artists would team up together and we would travel to different states, New York, Florida, Chicago.
Wow.
And it would be Saks Fifth Avenue or Nordstrom, and they would book these huge events.
Yeah.
We would do so much money, and it would be 12 artists, and we would just travel together.
Yeah.
So I worked for NARS for quite some time. It was absolutely amazing, and that's where I really honed in on my artistry skills and my love for beauty and cosmetics. And we got to do all the fashion shows in Fashion Week in New York. I was one of the many assistants for Ayako. She was like the lead makeup artist. She was absolutely amazing, and she's still one of my mentors, and I absolutely love her.
Wow.
And one of the shows that we were doing was Diane von Furstenberg.
Okay, amazing.
Loved her. Loved
amazing,
everything about her. So
that's very my vibe.
Oh, okay, amazing.
And for everyone who's listening, if you don't know, just in case you don't know, NARS is the one that has like the naughty names.
Yes.
Deep Throat, Orgasm. I think I have Orgasm on right now.
And all the lipsticks were named after, like, I think movies. There was like Dolce Vita,
yes.
Jungle Red.
Yep.
And that's where I got the love for like old movies. Okay. I love old movies. I'm just a softie. So
okay. So
anyway, that's another story. But
okay, so you're working for the NARS makeup team. Doing
I'm doing one of the fashion shows.
Okay.
One of the fashion shows happens to be Diane von Furstenberg. So every season you're doing the shows. Well, guess what? Every season the models get to know who you are. They remember you. So here I am, this little 22, 23-year-old girl with tattoos on my arms. And the models would come in. They're like, oh, yeah, I want her to do my makeup. Obviously, the big models would come like 10 minutes before show because they're coming in from another fashion show or whatever. But one of the girls the ladies that would come in was actually her ex-daughter-in-law at the time.
Diane von Furstenberg?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is Alexandra von Furstenberg.
Yep.
And I love her to death. She's been my client now for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I consider her a good friend and a mentor.
Amazing.
Yeah. And she, every time before the fashion show, she would come in and she's like, oh, Niki, can you do my makeup before the show? So we kind of had this great relationship. And one day, one fashion show, she's like, oh, my mother-in-law is creating a makeup brand. I was like, yeah, I heard so-and-so told me. And I didn't even think of it. By the way, this is the time where it was just flip phones. There was no texting. There was nothing of that sort. So I gave Alex my phone number. Didn't think any of it. But when I wasn't traveling, I was in one of my home stores. If it was a Nordstrom South Coast Plaza, Neiman's in Fashion Island, or Barney's in LA. So I happened to be in Barney's, I think, in LA, working at the NARS counter. And I get a phone call one day. And I go outside and I said, hi. She goes, is this Niki? I said, yeah, this is Niki. I said, who's this? She goes, this is Diane. I said, Diane who? And it was like, I can't even say
Why did I get chills? I
can't even say the accent was so good. She's like, this is Diane von Furstenberg, darling. And I'm just...
Can you imagine? What? I mean, you can imagine. Can you imagine? Like, I cannot imagine getting that phone call and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes.
It was
and you know that voice.
Oh God.
The voice is so recognizable.
So fabulous and so chic, right?
Yes.
So she tells me she's creating the brand. It's almost done. She would love me to come to New York, work with her, kind of be the liaison, kind of be the director, kind of help build the brand, work with product development, the P&D team. So I ended up going to New York. I met with the investors. I would work there. I put it into market. I put it into the Saks Fifth Avenues, the Nordstroms, and I think it was like a Bergdorf's used to be open.
Yeah.
And and I did her show with Frederick Fekkai.
At this point, you're what, like 25?
I was like 24.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 20. I can't even, I don't even remember. Maybe 24, 25. I can't even remember.
And do you feel like, okay, so backing up a little bit, do you feel like it was just your skill, like your artistry skill? Do you feel like it was you personally that people were, would gravitate toward? Did you just do a really good job at the makeup? What was it? I feel like the NARS jumping was like kind of the jumping off point, right? That kind of like took you all around. But like, because there's a million
There's so many things.
that
if you really
this.
Listen to this right now, there's so many little points that happened, right? Could have been at the right place at the right time. There was no social media.
Yeah.
So I really, had to show my talent. I was a true assistant. I always listened and I did as I was told. I was great with Ayako. I wanted to learn. I was like a sponge, right? I was so young. I would do anything. And all the other artists, we were just bouncing off of each other. It could have been personality because, Alex would always come to me to want to get her makeup done or, so-and-so models would remember me and they're like, okay, did they want to come to me because of my artistry? It could have been
your energy, I just think it's an important note because I go through this now with my on Lorissa's list on my platform. I have many makeup artists. People come to me every single day. I'm just using makeup as one reference, but people, I need the best makeup artist. And for me, the best makeup artist, and I have people that I will refer to. Well, what are you looking for? Glam. That would be my girl for glam, or natural would be this, or print work would be this, or whatever. But for me, I think it's so important to note that there's more that goes into that than just being a good artist. I look for who makes me feel very comfortable, very at ease. I can sit with you in my face for an hour, hour and a half, whatever, and I feel calm, And I think that about a hairstylist. I think that about brows. I think that about kind of anything. If you go and sit in someone's chair and they're doing your makeup and they're all frantic and then they're a little, I'm like, I don't know if I... So it's just, I don't know. I think there's a culmination of all of those things. I think there's like an artistry, but there's also an energy that people can kind of pick up on, especially when you're working in, someone's literally on your face, like you're up in the face,
If you're going to their house, listen, if you're doing house
or
calls,
in their home
3 to 4 times a week, it's a high profile client. You're around their children.
Yes.
You're around their husband.
Yes.
They want to feel comfortable around you. It's a whole thing. And 100%. It's like when, I can't do a job and I have to refer somebody out, I'm not going to refer this one artist to this client. It might be another just based on the energy.
Yeah.
Listen, you go shopping at a store, there can be 3 or 4 people that are asking you if you want help. You
Yeah.
already know who you want to help you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Based on their energy.
Totally. Yeah. No, I think that is so important. I do feel like that's something that a lot of people are missing these days. I think that social media is kind of like thrown it off, but I think a lot of people when they're starting out, they miss like the hard work and the people aspect. They just think, oh, I'm the best.
Mhm.
I'm the best chef. I'm the best this. I'm the best that. But it doesn't really cut it anymore. So anyways, I'm just saying props to you. That has to be, more to it. That has to be you as a person and who you are and how you make people feel.
No, so yeah, it was great. It was an exciting time. Absolutely loved it. Didn't want to move to New York at the time.
So you're in LA. Or you're in Orange County at this point.
Yes, I was kind of bi-coastal.
Okay.
I was bi-coastal. I was living in Long Beach, going to New York. Like I was in New York every 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Came back to LA, and that was when reality TV started happening. It wasn't recognized by union. It wasn't unionized. So I was able to do all these TV shows like Extreme Makeover. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and I was building my brand because even though I had high profile models and socialites, you came to LA, they didn't want that. They didn't care if you had so-and-so model. They wanted to know what celebrity you had. So here I had this huge portfolio with magazines and all this, and they didn't care about it. They wanted to know what celebrity I had. So I had to start all over again. Here I am, 26, 27 years old.
Trying to build up celebrity clientele. Okay.
So I happened to be, this is such a funny story. So I happened to be in, I wish Alex was here. So I happened to be in LA, and I don't know if it was off of Robertson at a frozen yogurt shop.
Okay.
And in walks Alexandra von Furstenberg. And I'm like, what are you doing here? It's been 1.5 years now. And she's like, well, I moved to LA. And I was like, oh my God, what are the chances that we see each other? She goes, I need a makeup artist. So we ended up reconnecting at a frozen yogurt shop, and she just took me under her wing. So from there, that was it. That was the end. So, it's networking, her, helping me out. And like I said, she's been a big mentor and introducing me to her friends and her contacts. And that's it from there.
And are you still doing celebrity clients right now? Makeup?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I stopped doing makeup during COVID we'll talk about that when I got into microblading and I kind of wanted to bow out of the industry. I was working on e-news and I was unionized, and then bowed out of it, focused on brows, focused on my children, and then went back into makeup about 1 year ago.
Okay, so let's talk about the brows. What was the inspiration for that change? Had you always liked the brows? Did you just see a bunch of bad brows and now you're like, I need to fix these bad brows? Like, where did the brows come from?
Okay, so doing makeup, I was kind of known as the glowy skin, contoured face, and like really pretty brows. I always tell people, I don't even know if I could ever go on tour with a musician because I don't do heavy makeup. You
don't do like last all night.
No.
It's going to be stuck on the face.
No, I don't even know how to do it.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Okay.
So mine is more, red carpet, clients, house calls, stuff like that. So that's just my, I call it the Parisian look. And I say that now because I just got back from Paris and I think I'm Parisian for some reason. But I'm 100% Greek.
You're Parisian Greek girl with a Parisian heart.
I know.
Parisian makeup at heart.
Exactly.
Okay.
So where were we going with this? We were talking about makeup.
Yeah, like so we were on makeup, but then we got to the brows.
The brows.
And the
I saw the microblading.
Okay.
I saw the microblading and I was like, you know what? I think I can do that. I can probably do that. And it would work because that's what I love to do. And my mom's like, you know what? Your kids, my youngest was going into kindergarten. My oldest was going into 6th grade. And that hustle to go to LA, and I was living in Camarillo or Ventura, I can't even remember at the time. It was a trek.
For makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not only was I working at E-News, which was at the NBC studio lot in Toluca Lake over there.
Yeah.
I was also doing house calls 3 to 4 times a week. And those house calls, if you're doing a red carpet event, that's the middle of the day. That's 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'm not going to be home for another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it was a big hustle, especially with the kids at that really crucial age for me. So I went to microblading school. It was absolutely amazing. And I was only doing microblading maybe once a week or twice a month, because I was still working in LA. And I remember I would practice on my clients, I'd practice on my friends, and I just wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't clicking for me. And I was just gonna stop. I was like, I don't like this. It just seems like I'm just stamping eyebrows. And I remember my mom came in because I had to do her touch up. And I was like, Mom, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, I just feel like every brow looks the same. Like it's stenciled. And she goes, I want you to throw away everything you learned in microblading school, except for obviously the health department stuff and all that stuff. Because I already got it down. Obviously, I know color theory, all this stuff from being a makeup artist for 1,000 years. So,
and how a face looks, how a brow should look on a particular face, how a brow should look on an eye shape. There's just so much that goes into
So she goes, I want you to do my brows as if you were just a makeup artist. And I remember it was just like, okay, I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this. I remember just I stopped thinking about everything I had learned about the stencils, that this stroke needs to go, every 3 strokes goes, because it was a pattern, and it was a one size fits all. Like, the measuring is very, very important, right?
Yes.
But there's a skill to it. And I threw that away and just said, you know what do I think would look good as a makeup artist on you? And that was just,
and then that was it.
That just opened the doors, and that was
sauce.
It.
Are your eyebrows microbladed?
Partial.
Because I could not tell.
Yeah, partial.
I was looking at your work before this interview, obviously, and I'm very particular. I am like the most natural glam girl ever. I don't do any of that kind of thing. I barely even get my eyebrows plucked because every time I look at someone's work to do microblading or anything like that, I'm like, they kind of all just look copy-paste. And yours look so beautiful and specific to the face. The colors, I don't know, the way that you do it. And now hearing you explain that makes so much sense because you're viewing it from a makeup artist perspective instead of just like a, almost like a turn and burn. Not turn and burn's like the wrong word, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, there's so much more to it, and it goes back to what we were talking about, makeup and how people connect with you. When someone sits in my chair, I'm not just looking at their eyebrows. When they first sit down, I'm looking at them as a person. I start talking to them because I want to know how they talk, their personality, what makes them happy, what makes them blush. I'm constantly engaging with them because I want to see their brow movement. I want to see what excites them because makeup is more than just putting something on the face. It really, you can say brows frame the face. It's so much more than that.
Totally.
It's a whole personality.
No, I totally agree. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what I look at. I'm looking at, eyes open, the brows are moving, but what gets the lady excited? What gets her blushing? Those are things that I'm looking at. How can I bring, it's not like I'm chasing youth. It's just how can I enhance them? And that's going to come with their personality.
Do you ever look at a candidate and say, no, you're not a candidate?
100%.
You do?
I've turned people away.
And what's the criteria for that?
It could be someone that has had previous microbladed eyebrows that is done too deep, that has scar tissue, or they have to get laser removal. For the most part, that's probably the only, I think about that. It's probably the only thing. I've been really blessed though with the clients that, I say God has brought to me because it's usually a good fit.
A good fit. Yeah. I feel like that's just kind of how God works. He brings you the people that you need to have. And what about, it's kind of an interesting take because I feel like there's such differentiating trends in brows and makeup across the board, but then you're doing microblading, which is, it's not called permanent, right? It's called semi-permanent.
It can be permanent.
It can be permanent.
100% can be. It doesn't matter what machine you use, a blade. It all has to do with the pressure of the artist. I can make you call it semi-permanent, but it can be permanent. If you go too deep, it can be permanent.
That's it. And so how do you navigate that with the trends? For a while, it's kind of like the big, straight up and fluffy, or is it just really personal to the person? You're kind of not thinking about the trends, you're thinking about the person.
I think a lot of people are chasing trends. If you see it on social media, if you see, obviously we're seeing microblading, nanoblading, combo, this, that, different types of laminations.
Yes.
I think with me, because of my history of being an artist, is that I've seen that there's trends come and go. But where can you be timeless? Where can you stay timeless and be that artist that stays relevant every single time?
Yeah.
So I stayed true with being semi-permanent. I have clients that you probably see on the red carpet that have microbladed eyebrows. and I would never divulge that.
Yeah. Don't share
because
the
I
secrets.
am
but
very, very private with my clients, and I protect them because I make it very natural. So then we have that wiggle room to change it. I mean, when we first started microblading, it was a very traditional brow. Then all of a sudden, what's in style now? The fox lift, right? So now you have clients that are coming in and like, I think I kind of want to lift now. I want to bring up this. Well, now because I have such a light hand, I have that wiggle room where I can change that brow. But if I was too heavy-handed, it's done. It's one and done.
Yeah. What do you think about the lamination?
Oh, I love lamination.
Oh, you do?
If it's done right. Yeah,
do you
absolutely.
do it?
Yep.
Okay, so
I don't do a straight up. I usually do like a side. And I do it very, very soft and natural so it doesn't turn like all crispy.
Okay. Yeah, the crispy is.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to come see you. I don't do anything to my brows. I mean, I literally just take a little brush and that's it because I just want them to be natural. I don't want to look like anything that I'm not, if that makes sense. So I want to come to you, see what you will do for my face. And then, shoot, you had a, I want to talk about like the skin prep for it. Is there anything to do with the skin? I mean, obviously you're looking at the whole face and the brow, right? But like, and they want the fox lift and all that. But I feel like skin has to be, or skin health has to be so important.
About if I've turned anybody away. And you know what? Somebody that has really, really, and that's where the different techniques come into play and the different machines. So if somebody has very coarse skin and very porous, maybe we can't do microblading. Maybe we have to use a soft powder and do a tattoo machine. But again, you go very light so you don't make it look like a Sharpie brow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just from like, I don't know, you've been in this industry for so long. What do you feel like the mistakes that women make, whether it be just like makeup application or whether it be, trends?
You want skincare? You want makeup? I mean, there's a lot.
All of the above. Like, I mean, what do you think are like the biggest hurdles for a woman who wants to look her best and you're like, oh, that is just, you did that wrong?
Okay, it's going back again, chasing trends.
Okay.
Too much makeup.
Okay.
100%. I'm 50 years old and I don't wear foundation.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
I'm guilty of that because I love makeup. I love lashes. I love big. And my mom's always like, you look the best when you don't wear makeup. I'm like, I know. I just love it. It's just fun for me. You know?
I know. Absolutely. Of course, with me, I don't have any girls. I wish I had a daughter. But yeah, I mean, makeup is amazing. It's fun. But I think, you're going into your mid 30s and your 40s and 50s. I think number one is foundation. I think you really have to look at maybe sometimes you have to go to another person so they can look at you because you're looking at yourself every single day. You see yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
So you think like, oh gosh, I have to do this, this, and this. But absolutely not. I mean, with me, I just do a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, a little bit here, and cream contour and a cream blush. And that's it. I mean, less is more.
For 50 plus, let's just talk about that.
Oh, God.
50 plus. Because I do actually get women. I mean, my mom's 53. She has beautiful skin. She's Hispanic. So she's just like, she's this beautiful olive skin. But I do have women that write to me and they're like, what do you recommend for that 50 plus? Where we have this like texture to our skin. We just do, but we want to look fresh. Less is more is number one, is your 100%. Go-to. And then I guess from both skincare and for makeup, like what are your favorites? What are your tips, tricks, recommendations?
I think the biggest mistake women make in general is they exfoliate too much.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I exfoliate maybe once a month.
Okay.
Over exfoliation, the cell turnover comes quickly. It thins out the skin. It turns more red, raw. It can be a sign that you go outside, you're going to get brown spots. I mean, I've never put my body in this. I love the sun. I'm a total sun girl. I love to be in a bikini. I'm a summer girl, but you will see me always under an umbrella or a cabana. My girlfriend's like, why are we here at the pool and you're underneath that? I've never, ever. I remember being 7 years old and at the beach laying out, my mom putting a t-shirt over my head.
Oh.
So I think that can also play a big part of my skin is the fact that I've never put my face
in the sun.
Never.
Oh,
if we went outside right now, you'd probably get mad at me because I'd be like in the shade the whole time.
I'm a sunbather. I will bake out there.
I think it's over exfoliation. I think it's is a big deal, and too much foundation and too much mascara underneath the eyes.
Oh, too much mascara underneath the eyes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this for everybody? Or is this for 50 plus?
Everyone.
Everybody. Okay.
100. If I can tell the girls that are in their 20s and 30s, don't over exfoliate. Don't over exfoliate at all.
Once a month and what?
I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously talk to your dermatologist and your esthetician. But for me, I think as an esthetician as well, I think over exfoliation is just, it's too much. I mean, you're going to go see your esthetician once a month. She'll do your exfoliation for you. And now we've got, machines. We have everything that we can do it for you.
Yeah. What is your favorite exfoliator?
I just use a washcloth.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Or the hydro.
Oh, okay.
The hydro machine.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I don't,
Easy
it's
peasy.
hard for me to do it on myself.
Yeah.
With my stuff, but I just have a washcloth in the shower. I just kind of, in the shower, I'll shave my legs, I'll do my stuff, I'll do my hair. So I want to let my skin kind of soak up, get a little bit of suppleness to it. You don't want to exfoliate right away. Wait about 5 or 10 minutes for the steam, the natural steam. Then you can take a soft washcloth and you can just do 30 seconds here, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Interesting. Okay. I like that.
And hydrate right away, like when your skin is damp.
Okay. With what's your go-to? A serum.
You know what? We were just talking about just getting back from Paris. I love I can't even say it. Is it Sibla Skin? It is so amazing. They have a serum that's absolutely divine.
Oh, is it like CIB?
Yes.
BLE.
Sibla Skin.
Yeah.
I bought their serum and their lotion, the refining lotion. Absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We will add that to show notes. Okay. Noted. Okay. I want to talk about your opening.
Yes.
Your new location.
I kept it secret.
Until like yesterday, right?
Well, I've been hinting. People have known about it. Listen, talking about, my children at that age, when I had started microblading, again, I was working at eNews, working in LA with my clients, and I wanted to be in Westlake. That was the original place I wanted to be.
Okay.
And it just, things were not aligning. Places were not aligning. So I was like, I'll just stay in Camarillo, be closer to my kids. I can work in the morning at LA, pick up the kids, at least have homework done with them. Or if I have to go back to LA, I have to go back to LA.
Yeah.
So I stayed in my place for 8 years, which was absolutely amazing. I was very fortunate. And I mean, if you think about it, Camarillo to Burbank Airport, most of my clients fly in or they come from LA or Orange County. It's about an hour, but I just wanted to go back to where I saw my vision, where my dream NEOS would be.
Yeah.
So I made it happen.
Okay, so what is it? What's going to be available there? Is it open? Are you taking clients? What's going on? What are the details?
I finally have a facial room. So I'm super excited about that. And I finally have a makeup station. So that's been a big deal for me.
So you're going to do all three there. Microblading.
Brow waxing, lamination, facials, and of course makeup. So I have a big makeup station.
Wow. All you?
All me.
So you're doing.
I thought I was going to share. So at my old studio, I had 4 girls that worked for me, and when I opened up the spot and I remodeled it, and I'm telling you, when I remodeled it, it was a mechanic shop.
Oh my gosh.
So everything from picking out the lime wash to the pendants to every little thing. After I looked, I said, you know what? This is so me that I don't even know if another girl can come here and work here and they would feel comfortable, because it's every piece.
It's so tailored to you.
Yes.
It embodies
and I made
you.
It just for my clients. It's kind of like this secret vault. You walk in, because it's kind of like an industrial area, but it's on a street. So it's kind of weird because you feel like you're in a mall, but not really. But anyways, you walk in and you're transported to Europe, to the Mediterranean. You're either in Italy or in Greece, and it has that vibe to it. And it's
I love it.
It's warm and cozy. It's my clients are loving it, and I made it just for them.
So I was not realizing that you do facials as well. Hydrofacials, the whole thing. So you're kind of like your clients are coming to you for their skin, for their brows, for their makeup, all things face, really.
And that's what NEOS is.
And that's what NEOS is all about.
Yep.
And so do you see, will you see clients that are kind of coming for the day, or is it like one treatment kind of a thing?
One treatment, because you can't do microblading and then get a facial.
Okay, so
you can't.
Shows how much I know.
Yeah, so
okay,
you can't
get
it's
that
one
wet.
or the other. And I actually have, I would say for facials, it's about a good 50% men.
Really?
Yes, a lot of men.
My husband loves a facial.
Yes.
But
might say more than 50% male clients.
Wow. Okay, so what do you do differently for men? And how did that even come about? Like, how did men
So
know that you're the girl for that?
I did men's grooming
Oh,
too.
okay.
So when
Okay.
I worked at NEOS, I had, I had the talent, the journalists that were female, but we also had male clients. So men's grooming, I also did men's grooming for the celebrities for magazine covers and stuff. So
okay. So the people that are coming to NEOS, are they celebrity clients?
Yes.
Are they just you wanted one hub for all your clients?
Everyone. They're all types of clients.
Okay.
I have my celebrity clients that come in, the high profile clients, the mom, retired deputies. I've got them all.
You've got everybody.
They all come in.
And how did you kind of decide it was time to just have a little hub? Was it just you were running around all over the place? You were, I don't know. How did you kind of come to decide, okay, this is it. This is where I'm kind of taking the trajectory of my business?
You know what? You have to evolve all the time. I really say, and evolve graciously, I should say that. And I'm also a Gemini.
Me too. When's your birthday?
June 11th. What's
yours?
Yours?
May 26th.
Okay. So yeah. So would you say we get bored kind of easily?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it like an 8-year mark?
It is astounding how easily I get bored and I'm just like, I need to do another thing.
It's constant stimulation.
It's constant.
Brain. Yes.
It's constant.
And even just remodeling my shop was so stimulating for me. And at the same time, I'm planning a trip, with my son.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how my brain does it all, but and I have time to work out and I have time to cook. But I make it happen. Yeah. And I think that's what keeps me going. And I'm not focused on what everybody else is doing. I'm focusing on what Niki's got to do. How is Niki going to make this happen? How is she going to evolve? So, it was time. I mean, I loved my place. It was great, but it was time to do that next chapter.
Yeah. Very exciting. I'm with you. It's funny, this morning my nanny showed up. I have 3 babies. I had 3 kids in under 2.5 years, which is like a whole separate thing in itself. But I said to my nanny this morning, I was like, do you think I could ever just not do anything? Like, what if I just shut it all down? She was like, your brain would just wake up and you would just find the next thing that you want to do. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. People like us, we just have a brain that's like, okay, we're going to do it. And we're going to work out and we're going to have healthy meals and we're going to take care of ourselves. And anyways,
you know
I feel you.
I'm very traditional. Being Greek, I'm a very traditional woman. And I wouldn't mind not, working. It's an art to me. And I think that's why it comes so naturally. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be this like woman, like bad woman and independent, this and that. It's wonderful if you like that, but that's not me.
So not me either.
It's so not me. I'm very traditional where I do want to be home. I do want to cook. I want to enjoy my children. I want to travel. I'm girly. I want to dress up, feel pretty, go out for dinner. That is so Niki. The business Niki is something that just naturally happens. It's not something in my mind that says, I'm going to be this independent woman. I don't need a man. That is 100% not me.
Totally. Yeah.
You might think it's me because I might come off as sounding kind of a strong personality, but again, that's just maybe the Gemini.
No, I'm the same way. I am like, I want to be a passenger princess all the time, except when I don't want to be a passenger. Like, let me go work and create and use my brain. But then I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm such a passenger. I'm like, Michael, carry my bags, do all the things. I'm also very traditional. It's funny. I feel like a lot of people can't wrap their heads around that. I think I talk a lot about this. And one of the reasons why I started my social media page and my podcast was there was like this middle ground. You're kind of like, I was just thinking about this morning and you're kind of nailing it on the head. I think a lot of people think that working moms do it and they're just like, oh, like slummy, like, oh, we just got to work. Most working moms that I know genuinely work because they just love it and they have a brain that their brain is just passionate about a thing and wants to create. It's not because they're like, oh, I'm this girl boss gonna take over the world. It's like, we love our kids, we love our family, we love being at home and cooking and doing the traditional things, but we were also just God gave us also this brain and this heart to create and just make and do. And I don't know, I just feel like there's like there's a common misconception about this. It's like, either be a stay-at-home mom or you're a full-time girl boss and you don't spend any time with your kids. And I'm like, there's like a whole group of us in the middle that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about.
And that's the middle. We're the middle.
And we're the middle. Yeah.
And you know what? You nailed something on the head when you said this that I have is this skill of being an artist of whatever, esthetician or makeup artist or microblade artist. It's almost a gift from God, and
Mm-hmm.
being able to sit with women and male clients as well and get to know them. God has given me this gift to kind of, you speak to them when you're sitting down with them for an
Yes.
hour and a half or 2
Mm-hmm.
hours. You're bouncing off of each other. You're talking to each other. You're learning things. I'm giving them life experiences, things that have happened to me personally. And it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like, wow, this person came into my chair today for a reason.
Yes.
Was it for me to do their eyebrows, or was it for me to give them this piece of advice?
100%. I always say it's because so I worked in corporate for 15 years and then I got fired, and that's a whole separate story. But I just remember praying about it and being like, what am I supposed to do? And then that rolled into social media and the podcast and the whole thing. And I always think about this. I'm like, am I really meant to have a podcast, or am I meant to give someone else a platform as a means to speak? Or am I really meant to have a social media page? Or is that more of a means to be a servant? Like, I think a lot of people that do makeup or brows or this, or even, planning events, there's like a servanthood in that. There's a servitude in that, and you're offering more than your artistry skills. That's why I talked about at the beginning, where there's like this energy, I think, that's different than just come sit in my chair, I'm gonna do your brows, and you're gonna get out of here. I think there's like there's a reason for that. I'm such a firm believer in that, of like finding those right people. I went to an event last night and I wasn't gonna go, and then I went there, and then I ended up talking to this pregnant girl who was like kind of nervous about having a baby and nervous about the whole thing. And I was just like, it's amazing and you're going to love it. And we had this whole talk. And then her husband texted me later and was like, we really needed to hear that. And she really needed to hear that. And I thought, like, that was it. I didn't go to that dumb event because I needed to go to that dumb event. I went to that event because I needed to share that story to that woman, So anyways, I'm such a firm believer in that too. Yeah. Of like, there's a servanthood in it. It's not just about the act that you're doing or the artistry. It's about a service to somebody else.
And it's 100%. I love that. I absolutely love it, because when my clients leave my vault, leave my my shop,
I cannot wait to see this vault, by the way.
I want them to leave with that experience. And one thing about me is I always tell my friends that I love them. And it's so interesting now. People are they don't want to be vulnerable at all. I don't know, it's the whole dating world or this and that. People do not want to be vulnerable. They don't want to shed or anything. But to me, when I say I love you, is because I had a friend when I was in my 20s that passed away, one of my best friends. And the last thing I said to them was, I love you. And I'm so happy I was able to say that. So with my clients or my friends, I want to have that personal experience with them, even with my friends, because you know what? I want that to be the last memory that you have of me if something happens. I want to say, wow, I had a wonderful experience with Niki. I remember how she treated me. I remember how she made me feel. I remember how she made me smile. Yeah. Those are the things that I want to be remembered for.
I was going to ask you, what do you want to be known for? And that is perfect. That is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so you're taking clients. So everyone listening, this is where we're getting our brows. We're getting our facials. We're getting our makeup done. A couple motherhood questions. We talked about it a little bit, but I just kind of want to know, because we do have a lot of moms that watch and listen, and they're kind of building their businesses or wanting to pull away, not really knowing when to take a step back or when to, go in full throttle mode. How did you kind of know to say, hey, okay, I'm going to take a break? And then more importantly, how did you know when you're like, okay, it's time to go back?
Okay. So, I was exhausted. I was so tired. I was doing commercials. I was doing TV shows. I was doing house calls. And then I think it was like 2000. It was right before COVID. And I knew I was exhausted. I knew I was tired. I was overworked. And I started microblading because obviously I kind of wanted to have a segue to kind of get out of Hollywood. What can I do so I can stay home with my children, help them with homework? Because again, it was a crucial time. Lucas was going into kindergarten. Stephen was going into 6th grade. How am I going to make this work?
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old. How am I going to make this work? So when microblading, picked up 9 years ago, that's when I started microblading. But what happened was, I think it was a very specific day. It was COVID and nothing had closed down yet. And I was with Tori Spelling. We were shooting, I don't know, it was a TV show. We were shooting a TV show. I'm at our house. I'm doing the makeup. We get ready to get into the car to go do the TV show, and they called us and they said, cancel everything. We're paying you your day rate, this and that. Just go home. Tori and I were like, okay, well, what? We already look fabulous.
Yeah.
What are we
Where are we
going to
go?
It was like, oh God, what was it? That lip singing thing where you have to wear like a mask.
Oh yeah, the Masked Singer.
Masked Singer.
The Masked Singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was that show. In that moment, I remember looking at her and I didn't say anything to her, but I knew it just almost was like a sign of God. It was like, I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to bow out of this industry. And that was it. That's all it literally took. And I had and again, being a Gemini, when I make a decision,
100%.
Like,
that's it. And there's
out,
no going back.
Out. And when I'm done with you, I'm out.
Oh, so, it is brutal.
Like
People don't get it. Like, well, I'm just going to be honest. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a job. It doesn't matter if it's a person. I don't know.
I made the executive decision that I was out of makeup.
And there is no coming back.
Yep.
But I mean, you did come back, but in a different way. In a different way.
I came back when it was right for me.
Mm-hmm.
I waited 7 or 8 years. And the kids are older now, obviously. My son
you were just focusing on the kids during that time.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, and I'm doing microblading. And microblading is, I can make my own schedule.
Yeah,
I have my own shop. I've got 4 girls that work for me that are amazing. I love them all. And it was fabulous.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great to have work-life balance.
Yeah.
But then now my son is 20 and he's in the Navy, and I have my 15-year-old, and I have this independence now where I can work out, and I'm like, can really focus and go, okay, who is Niki? What does Niki love to do? What makes her happy? What is she passionate about? Yeah, it's eyebrows. Yes, it's skin. Niki is a makeup artist. Niki is the makeup artist. That's the umbrella of it. So I had to go back to it. It made sense. Yeah. I mean, the clients asking me like, when are you coming back? And I would lie. And I'm like, I'm never going to come back. Yeah. We already knew I was going to come back. So yeah, that's how.
And then did your clients just get right back on board?
Oh yeah.
You're like, I'm back. And
there's still
great.
people I need to call.
Yeah. Hey, got a new little shop open. We're back.
Yeah. So I still do house calls.
Okay.
Yeah. I still go to LA.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying today here, I'm probably going to go work on a client in Newport Beach right after this. Yeah. Since I'm in Orange County, might as well.
You may as well. Yeah. I think that's very important too, because I hear from a lot of women, they do feel like it's all or nothing. They want to be with their kids. Do they quit their corporate job? And there's like a lot of going back and forth, him and haw. And I always say, I think if you're considering quitting your corporate job, you should have already done it like 6 months ago. Or in my case, because I was in corporate, I literally prayed. I remember getting pregnant with my 3rd baby, and I was working crazy hours. I mean, 80 hours a week. It's just, my clients are global, so I am not, there's no break. It's just, and we're commission-based, so we just go. And I remember praying, I'm like, God, I don't think I can do this job with 3 little babies. I've done it with 2, and it's been a lot. I don't think I can do it with 3. So give me a sign. Either keep me here and you help me figure out how to do it, or you got to give me a sign. And I told them I was pregnant on a Monday. And by that Thursday, I got fired.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, okay. So that was my sign. And that was like a whole thing. And of course, it was devastating in the moment. But now I think back on it, I'm like, that was just God saying, that's good. And that, that was your time and that was it. And then I had to pivot into something else. But I also do think women who have children, like you and I, it's okay to kind of like do an ebb and flow. But I feel like a lot of entrepreneurial women that we see on social media, like the big ones, kind of make you think that that's not true. Like, we go all in and you can only see your kids for 3 hours a day if you want to build something amazing. I'm like, I don't really believe to me, that's just not.
Yeah, but it's social media. Do you really know? Like, when you go onto my page, do you really know Niki Metz?
100%.
I'm showing you what I want to show you.
Correct.
Not a lot of people know the real Niki Metz.
Yes. Well, that's why we do the podcast.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Exactly.
So you get to see the behind the scenes.
Yes.
And you kind of see what it took to get to here. You didn't just wake up. That's why I said, you didn't just wake up one day and then you have NEOS, Atelier. Yep. There's a path that led you here. So very exciting. I'm so excited to visit.
I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? What, we talked about products. Any other products that you're loving? Any other products or things that you want to share about?
Oh, gosh.
Are you going to have products in?
I haven't decided. I really haven't decided. I love Cora Skincare, Miranda Kerr's brand.
Oh, yes.
Love her.
Great.
Love her oils. Love her turmeric cream. Absolutely obsessed. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe
yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking of doing supplements. Skin is really important, obviously, and it starts in the gut. And I'm a real big on gut health, and I mean that has to do with my my journey health that I had a few years back, and how I kind of healed myself with my gut. And I have my doctor ended up being, she's one of my best friends, and she healed me. And I think it just kind of works hand in hand. It's like I can
Totally.
sit there and give you all the skincare you want, but if you're not healing yourself internally, mentally,
Mm-hmm.
and internally, this is
Mm-hmm.
always going to look
Yes.
off.
Did you see my post yesterday?
No.
I literally talked about
What?
this
We're talking
yesterday.
about gut?
Gut and skin.
What?
Because I was like, your skin is glowing. I'm like, it starts in the gut. It starts in the gut.
100%.
You got to heal your gut. You got to heal your emotions. I talk about this stuff all the time. People probably think I'm crazy. But I'm like, you could topical all day. I feel the same way about hair. Because everyone's like, oh, your hair. I'm like, that's an internal thing.
100%.
That is not a, I mean, you got to, feed your scalp. I'm a big firm believer in feeding your scalp.
Any autoimmune disease you look at, I mean, rosacea, everything,
It's gut.
everything is
Eczema,
gut.
gut.
Yeah. I mean, I had breast cancer 3 years ago, and I was down to, I'm in petite already. I'm tiny, but imagine me tinier. And I was down to eating maybe chicken, zucchini, and rice. I was down to 90 pounds. We didn't know what was wrong with me. I had no idea what was wrong. I found, I went on this like website to find clinical trials because I had done endoscopies, everything. And everyone's like, you're fine. We don't know what's wrong with you. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm literally can't, my throat's burning. I can't eat anything. My hair's falling out. And I found this doctor, and she did a series of tests on me, and she's like, you have 0 bifidobacteria in your gut. You have nothing. You have no BIF in your gut. I'm like, what the heck is BIF?
I know all about BIF.
It's your immune system, right?
Yeah.
And literally I was in the kitchen making my own yogurt, own yogurt, and doing one probiotic in the morning and that different kind of.
Did you ever do like the raw kefirs or anything like raw?
No, it was like when I had to start, like I think it was yogurt or raw milk. I think it was like 1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
I had to start really, really slow,
really
right?
Good for you. I mean, people like to victimize it, but it has so many good gut bacteria things in it. It's just,
well, that's what my doctor had told me I had to do. She's like, listen, when you start it, you have to start super slow because you have to slowly introduce it.
Yeah.
I want to say within 2 weeks, I was eating ice cream. I was fine. I mean, that lady was a genius.
Who is this lady?
Dr. Sabine Hazen.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's done like.
Is she like a holistic wellness?
She's a gastroenterologist. She's done hundreds of, I don't even know, maybe 500 clinical trials.
Wow.
I mean, she's a big one.
I just went down this rabbit hole. I always go off on a tangent, but I was going on this rabbit hole yesterday about different types of cancers and the association between like the different bacterias in the mouth and the body. And how you can track it all. You can track all these different bacterias, good and bad different types of bacteria that you have to any type of cancer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we couldn't figure out, it was 2 weeks before I was diagnosed, before I found it in the shower. And she saw it in my fecal test. And she's like, this is off. She literally found the cancer.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And so now you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 years cancer free. I was stage 0, praise God.
Okay.
I guess it was a good sign of being super skinny. I was able to find it in the shower.
Yeah.
I was literally just taking off my deodorant and I found it. It felt like a little Tic Tac, just so you guys know. There's different types of cancer, obviously.
Yeah.
Mine was DCIS. It was ER/PR positive, estrogen progesterone positive, but it was stage 0. It was I was very fortunate, praise God, that all I needed to do was a lumpectomy and some radiation.
Okay.
And heal my gut.
Okay.
Heal my gut, change my way of thinking, work out.
This is so fascinating because I literally yesterday was going down this cancer rabbit hole. My dad has had, struggled with cancer his whole life, and that's a whole separate thing. And then we're big part of the cancer community because my husband's little brother had cancer, got diagnosed with cancer at 2 years old. And so anyways, this is like I always am doing research on different types of things. And I came across this doctor who was like, if we initially treated the body from a holistic perspective, if we found the cancer early with looking at other symptoms, it's not just like all of a sudden you have full-blown cancer. There's other signs. And the cancer is just telling your body something's off.
Mm-hmm.
There's inflammation somewhere that it shouldn't be, or there's bacteria that's off or whatever. We can almost use that as a roadmap, but we've kind of gone a different route where like we let it go, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you have stage 5 cancer, and now it's like this huge thing. So anyways, I wasn't even
going to talk about it. It just happened. So here we are. It was
I
meant
know,
to
and
be,
it's
right?
crazy because I kid you not, I literally yesterday was going down this rabbit hole about it and like the different teeth meridians and cancer and all of that.
You know, it's funny thing that you say that. It was, I want to say 10 years before my diagnosis, I had to get a root canal.
Don't get me started. If I showed you my search engine history right now, it'd be root canals and cancer, root canals and breast cancer specifically.
Okay, this is crazy, right? So
this is why I say it's going to be 45 minutes, and then
we're going over. Oh my God, sorry.
No, I love it. I'm like,
so
what?
Let me tell you the story about the root canal. So the root canal, I didn't even know it was infected. I go to he's a wonderful dentist in Thousand Oaks, but he's also holistic as well. So he does both, right?
Okay,
just like
know the name.
Dr. Sabine, his Dr. Albert Chow. Okay. So he's like, Niki, we need to do a cone beam scan on you.
Yes.
Because I was having rashes. It was right before the cancer. I'm having rashes. I'm losing weight. I don't know what's happening. He calls me right away. He goes, we need to do an emergency extraction. You have an infected root canal. I'm like, wait, it doesn't even hurt.
And how long ago had you had it done?
8 years.
You go.
It takes 8 to 10 years for one cancer cell to grow.
Yes.
But this is what's throwing me off because the root canal was on the left side. My breast cancer was on the right. Does it? Because they usually say it's on the right side.
Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, sorry. I'm like, sorry. Who am I saying sorry to? In traditional Chinese medicine, your body works in an X. So it goes like this.
So there you go.
Your meridian, I think, right? I mean, this is like me.
I have no idea.
I'm no expert, but I do love to research this stuff. This is what I do with my life.
Someone figure it out for us.
But I was going on that. I can literally. This is crazy because I took screenshots. I'm just gonna. You're gonna.
So
about these like kind of crystallized. So you pulled it out.
Dr. Chow. He says I'm gonna. So he takes a sample, takes it to the lab, UCLA. 3 days, calls me back. He goes, your entire jaw was infected with bacteria. God knows how long. And within 2 weeks, then I'm working with Dr. Sabine Hazen, right? So I've got Dr. Chow, I've got Dr. Hazen, and then 2 weeks later, I get the cancer diagnosis.
This is what I have been researching yesterday.
Wow.
This is an infected root canal.
Oh, yeah.
That people had to build, just in case anyone cares what we're talking about. You all should. That your root canal, and you wouldn't even know. And it's like 10 years later, and then your whole jaw is, and you need to rebuild.
Within 3 days, I had purchased an infrared sauna, and after my extraction, I was in that sauna every single day. And then I'm making my homemade yogurts. Okay. All that within 2 or 3 weeks, I was completely healed.
Yeah.
100% completely healed.
Did you ever go, no, you probably didn't get to this point, but this is so crazy. I could talk all day about this stuff. Ozone?
Yes.
You did the ozone?
Yes, he did ozone. Okay. I also have a holistic oncologist here in Irvine, Dr. Keneally.
Okay.
And she does the hyperbaric. She has all of that. I heard the hyperbaric is supposed to be absolutely amazing too.
Yes. Great thing about the hyperbaric.
So, and then I did high doses of vitamin C after my radiation.
Yes. Glutathione?
No glutathione.
Get all that
just
out?
Vitamin
No?
C.
Okay. Ugh. This is crazy. See, that was meant to be. That was God. Because I was deep in these root canals and breast cancer thing yesterday. And I have many friends who are trying to get pregnant. So it's just fascinating to me. I'm like, what have you gotten done? I text one of my girlfriends. I'm like, do you have any root canals? Can we get them out? Maybe it's going to help you get pregnant. But people think I'm crazy. But then it takes one person who's like, no, this is real. Like, this is a real thing. And I was just I sent this to my mom. I'm like, I think Dad needs to go get his mouth checked out. Because I know he has old dental work.
Oh, 100%.
I went right before I had my third baby, right before I got pregnant with my third baby, I went and I got all my old fillings removed and I got them replaced with like a bioavailable material. And then I had a couple root canals that I just had them taken out. And like it's crazy because I just wanted to be in the best body for the, giving birth to the baby.
I seriously think doing all that I did gave me 10 years. Like I aged backwards.
Oh, 100%.
After I did all that stuff.
No, you did. I'm like such a firm believer that everything we do, everything that happens in our body starts in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
even if you think about it, because I get super woo-woo, emotions. Like the words that you speak, and I don't know. I just think it manifests in the body. Everything
You're
you put in your
absolutely
mouth.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we were talking about when I was just saying when my friend passed away, and I always say I love you, and I want that experience to be a wonderful experience that you have with me. Everything that comes out of your mouth, you can't get that back.
No.
You can't take that back.
No. I know. And then that sits with you. And what's in your teeth, what's in your all the things. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See how these tangents come about?
I know.
It happens every single time. Okay, well, this was so fascinating. I'm so excited to come visit NEOS. And anything else? What did we miss?
I don't even know what
Anything else you want to share? We went on a really crazy tangent. I'm so happy that you are healed and cancer-free, by the way, for 3 years.
No, I think we talked about everything.
Yeah.
I think we talked about my favorites. And
okay.
I think we're good.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here today. This is absolutely
you.
amazing. I love chatting with you. Where can everybody find you?
I'm in Westlake. I'm at 31304 Via Calinas.
Love
Suite
it.
102. I'm literally like in this little circle. There's like Oaks Christian High School. There's a Four Seasons. I'm in this little circle, and I absolutely love it.
We'll put it all in the show notes in case you want to go check her out. And you're open. You're available.
Yes,
taking
available.
clients. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
This is
you.
amazing. Bye, everybody. See you on the next one.